Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 22 of the FM21 Road to Glory with Marseille. As you can see, we are still within touching distance of PSG in the league. Obviously the goal difference, they are flying at the moment, and we're only 2 points behind, so it's not too bad. Makoko is having the season of his life, even though he's only averaging 7.38. He's already scored 16 goals in 17 league games. But since you last saw us, this is the situation. So we've beaten Lille, drew with Lens, which is a bit frustrating, and beat Stade Brest. We're here against Dynamo Zagreb, and I'm not quite sure what you're going to see next. So we're going to see it after this game, but I am the Tinker Man. I've been playing around with the system. We were playing that 5 back. I thought, we need more control in the midfield to start trying to play the ball higher up the pitch. So we're going back to a 4-3-3. We've got Scala inside forward, Harvey Elliott inverted winger with Makoko sort of playing that complete forward role, and then pretty bog standard defence. We've got our Zate playing that register role with Tonali and Susic today in the midfield 3. It would be nice once we get Nasir Mento back and we get Hadji involved in the midfield as well. Then we've also got Elliott that can play there, and we can play Jovic out wide. So we've got options moving forward with a 4-3-3 if we want to stick with it. So here we go. We need this win today because 3 points, and if Barcelona do what we expect them to do, then we'll be going through to the next stage of the Champions League. So we can potentially qualify. If Barcelona lose though, I'm going to be very annoyed. We're going to go back to extended highlights just to see how things are going, and we're going to go back to TV so we can see the highlights and go from there. So Dynamo Zagreb so far have not got a point in the Champions League, but if Inter manage a draw, then we're out, which would be quite harsh because we beat Inter and we lost to Inter. We got a draw and lost to Barcelona, and we've beaten Dynamo Zagreb so far. So the results haven't even been that bad. We just had one bad night in Italy, which, that could cost us. That one game in Italy where Inter absolutely dominated us, but Inter are one of the better sides in Europe too. So I'm not too disappointed by splitting wins with Inter and a draw and a loss to Barcelona. So as things stand, we'll be in the Europa League, which could be a potential good thing for us. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like this team's capable. We're just going to get out of this fourth seed coefficient. I don't quite know how to move up. I might have to ask Damo about it because that's what's killing us at the moment. We're just getting put into groups that are just tough as we just can't. I know last year we managed to get out of a real tough group. Inter go 2-0 up against Barca. So what are the chances of that? They score 2 goals in 2 minutes. If Barcelona need to score 3 now, so we may be in the Europa League. Maybe for this season it's not that bad, but I'd much rather be playing Champions League. We need the money as well. Elliott, bang, 1-0. So it's not in our hands, and that's what I'm disappointed with, that the last day of the group isn't in our hands. We're going to require a miracle effort from Barcelona, who don't need to win. That's the other thing. So the drive might not be there from Barcelona to really push on and try and chase the win. It might be good for their confidence, and maybe that's what they'll go after, but I think they won't bother, to be perfectly honest, between us, which would be annoying being in the Europa League, but we'll be a top seed in the Europa League, so that has its potential of us maybe winning a European trophy. And it could be a nice thing to add to the Road to Glory as well, that we would potentially make a final or even win the Europa League. So I do need to update. Maybe you guys let me know in the comments. Should I add in the description what we've won, or should I add it to the thumbnail? What do we think? I reckon it'd be cool to add all the different trophies to the thumbnail maybe along the side. So as you would have seen, I have changed the thumbnail a bit. So I am just looking at it, and sort of along the top edges, I could add pictures of the trophies maybe to the thumbnail as we win them too. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. So let me know what you think, if we should add those or not. Let me know either in the Discord, if you've jumped into it, it is in the description of this video, or let me know in the comments what you think we should do with the trophies. Or should I just add it to the description? I mean, we might just say, in France, we've won X, Y, and Z. So far, we've just won the League Cup so far, as Susic does put us 2-0 up here against Dynamo Zagreb. So far we have won one trophy since being in Marseille. I won't add that we got sacked from Vitesse, and I'm sure the manager of Vitesse is quite annoyed that we've kicked on and done really well. So Makoko is out. We're going to bring Eddie Saucedo on up front, but actually put Dane Scarlett there and put Saucedo out on the wing. And let's just try and get through the rest of this game now without any injuries. That would be nice. We've got Lekanic here, who's a very, very good centre mid because he's our centre mid. So hopefully next year he does come back ready to play for us. Clearly he'd fit, if we stick with this 4-3-3, he'd fit as that advanced playmaker. What a ball. Was that Eddie Saucedo with a little back heel? Finds Steve, puts us 3-0 up. And we've done our bit today, but it looks like Barcelona have not done the bit we needed them to do. So what's the score in that game as well? I don't quite know. I'm very happy. Keep going. We're going to take Susic off pretty soon as well. We'll just zoom in a little bit more. As Peric, and I think Dynamo Zagreb know this is their last game in Europe this season. So they're a little bit disappointed. I can't imagine them making a comeback here. I will take Susic off now, actually, before he gets injured, because he's a very important part of our team. I will bring Stengs on, but I'll bring him out wide, and I'll play Elliot. What's his best role? Advanced playmaker, or even a Mazzali. He looks alright as a Mazzali. He hasn't got the tackling. What we'll do is we'll swap those two around. I think that's better. Swap those two around, and let's go. Here we go. Let's just get through the rest of this game. No more injuries. Dominant performance here. 17 shots to 1. Had 52% of the ball. Passing at a good rate as well. Poor corner. And can Dane Scarlett get on the ball here? He can. And Dane's driving. We've got a man back post. That's got to be a red card, surely. See you later. Second yellow. Get off the pitch, mate. Oh, it's Lekanic. Look at Lekanic. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, they just took Lekanic off. Oh, Elliot. It's a bit frustrating. I want to see how he's actually gone this season. Can I check? How can I check that? I can't check it just yet. Elliot, ball in. Ooh. Just into the hands of the goalkeeper. And this has been a really good performance from our boys. I can't be any more, I can't actually question their efforts in the Champions League. I feel like we've done our job. We got done by Barcelona in Camp Nou, which was actually a close game. But then we had one bad game out of 6, and that's what's cost us. And in a group with Inter and Barcelona, I wasn't expecting to get out. As much as I was optimistic and I really wanted to get out of the group, I wasn't expecting it. And we're just that little bit behind those two sides at the moment. It looks like Barcelona have equalised. They've got it back, maybe? Because I don't think they have. Oh, Saucedo's down. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me, Eddie. Let's see what happens when they update it. Do they kick the ball out for us or not? Let's see how... Dynamo Zagreb aren't putting the ball out of play for us, which, there we go, now they have. Alright, Saucedo needs to come off. Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, get Saucedo off. Get Edouard on. Just trying to avoid that sub. It's not what I wanted to do, but if anyone's getting injured, Saucedo doesn't bother me as much. Why is he still on the pitch? Alright, Dane. Ooh. Alright, come on. 20 minutes to go. Let's wrap it up. No more big highlights. Let's get the fan back going. Our Zarte, I haven't actually really noticed him too much so far in this game. Finding Scala into Saucedo, Eddie, Tonali. That's what I like. We've got the one fullback. We're really trying to go down the left-hand side. So we're focusing our play down this left side through Steve. Good ball across. Stengs can't put it in this time round, but the quality we've got out wide is just unbelievable, especially on the left wing. So we've kept Dynamo Zagreb to one shot and they've had 50% of the ball. So we must be doing something right in the middle of the park to disrupt them. I'm more than happy to walk away with a 3-0 win here. We're going to be just short. I think Inter is still 2-0 up. So a draw would actually get us through at this stage, I'm assuming. I'm assuming they're winning and they're on 12 points. We're on 10. So I'm assuming they lose 2 points. And I think our goal difference is better than theirs. So if Barcelona can somehow get 2 goals late, you never know. We might end up going through to the round of 16 in the Champions League, but it is unlikely. I don't see it actually happening, but it would be much appreciated if Barcelona decide to help us out. But this is where I want to see how we control possession, and we were doing it quite well until we decided to play a silly ball and lose possession of the ball. So there we go. We've squeezed Zagreb. So I want to see how our midfield three operate together as well. So you can just see that triangle between Tonali, Elliott, and Azarte. They all push up together. So, we can be a bit exposed, but Dumfries tends to stay back. That's why I've got him on support, because I want to try and focus the play to the left, allow Dumfries to stay tucked in a little bit more to help the centre back. So I might actually instruct him to sit narrower too, because we've got the advanced playmaker on that side. We'll see how Dumfries' positionally goes as well. That's a great ball out to Steve. Ball across. Stang's header. Dane Scarlett, 4-0. Thanks for coming. That's this game wrapped up. And it looks like I'm going to be showing you guys the Europa League draw. I've had 32 shots. Far out. Why can't we do that in the league and have 16 of them on target? Whatever. We've scored a quarter of our shots on target. If we could do that in the league, we'd win every game. Kovic. And I feel like Dynamo Zagreb would be a better side than, 3/4 of the French League too. But I don't know what it is in the French League. Teams just want to sit in. They just give you nothing. That's why I've gone back to a 4-3-3, so we can have a bit more positional balance. I feel like we're losing that midfield battle too much in the 5-back against the sides. I wanted to play a bit more of a low block and just not play football. I just felt like we're just going side to side, side to side. We didn't have any of this interplay in the middle, which you get with a 4-3-3. Steve wants a second, and he blasts it into the crowd and killed a koala in the process. But here we go. Let's finish the game off. Let's pack it up. We should be home by now. Kovic gets beaten in the air by big boy Steve. Can we just hold on here now? No more injuries. They're looking to just hold on to the ball a little bit too. I think they're done. These guys have gotten absolutely battered in every game. Have Dynamo Zagreb. And there we go. We had 34 shots, 16 on target. Good work. You did what was needed of you tonight. That's true. We put 4 past Dynamo Zagreb. I think we're in the Europa League, which is a little disappointing. We are. What was the end score? It was 2-0. They scored 2 goals at the start of the game. What was the Barcelona team that they rolled with? Pedri, Torres, Leao, Milinkovic, Savic, Ravella, Palinha. So no Messi at all. Jota injured. They didn't even bring. They didn't take Griezmann or Messi, or they didn't use Mariba or De Jong. So you could just see they were just in cruise control. That's their backup team practically, and that's annoying. That end of the day, we didn't put ourselves in a position to go and win it, and that's the difference. We needed to not 3 to 4 weeks. You kidding me? So we needed to put ourselves in a position where we didn't need to rely on other results, and that's what's happened. So after speaking with Hadji, he's no longer concerned about being left out of the squad. Yeah, because we're not in the Champions League, that's why. Anyway, so for this episode, guys, you are going to probably see the Europa League draw, and then I'll try and see where the first knockout stage game is. If not, it might be one of these games. I don't really want to wait till PSG, but if that's the next big game, then so be it. That might be the next big game. So sit tight. You're going to see us when you see us. Welcome back, YouTube. As you can see, we've got the Europa League first knockout round draw to go. Some of the teams here look nuts. So we've got Apollon, Limassol, Besiktas, Braga, Bruges, Everton, Krasnodar, Berlin, Genk, Lille, Napoli, Lyon, Marseille, PSV, Leipzig, Sporting, and Zenit. Not many easy teams there. So Zenit get Besiktas, PSV get Krasnodar, Limassol get Genk. That were 2 sides I would have loved to have gotten in the draw. Napoli get Braga. Who are the big dogs left? You don't want Leipzig. You probably don't want Everton. You don't want Hertha Berlin or Lyon. You probably want Bruges or Sporting at this point. Leipzig, Bruges. I'd rather lose Leipzig. I'm happy with that. Hertha, Lille. So we're either getting Everton, Lyon, or Sporting. Lyon, Sporting. Okay, we probably couldn't have got Lyon anyway. So we get Everton, and we get them at home first, I'm going to assume, when it lets me get through this. So Everton's an interesting one. I don't know what to make of Everton. Let's have a look at their squad. Doesn't look amazing. They're playing a 4-3-3 as well, but they're playing the one we started with. They're playing that narrow 4-3-3. Braithwaite, Godfrey, Digne, Thorsby. They've got Marcus Antonio, who's a decent midfielder as well. Who else have they got? Iwobi, Calvert-Lewin. Who's Nzola? is he 28 years old? Where are they getting from? From Spezia, so he's from Italy. Have they got anyone injured? Never heard of this dude. They got Michael Keane still. They got Baptiste on loan. It's not an amazing team. Castelleo. They got Allen, who's transfer listed for $1 million. Must be pretty old now. He must be like 34, 33. It's an interesting team. Karabek. Oh, is that our boy? Oh, I forgot we sold him to Everton. What did we get? Sell? 15 mil. So it's going to be an interesting tie, I think, here against Everton. So where are the Everton games now? So it's just before the PSG. So what you'll probably see one. Oh, what am I going to show you now? Because that's awkward. I reckon I'll show you the first leg of the Everton game in this tie. I'll show you the first tie of the first game of the tie in this episode, if I can get the words out. Depending on how the first leg goes, I'll probably show you the second leg and PSG in the next episode. So there's going to be a few games here to catch you up on. Obviously, we did just lose 1-0 to Reims, and this really frustrated me. They scored a free kick. They had one shot on target. We dominated the game. But anyway, we did rotate the team after the Zagreb game. But we've got a few games to go. We've got the cup game here against Sochaux as well. Then we've got a few league games. Then we'll get up to Everton at home. So sit tight because it's going to be a bit of an update when we get back. Welcome back, YouTube. As you can see, we are ready to take on Everton here in the Europa League. As you can also see in the league table, we have kept pace with PSG so far, which is pleasing. We're obviously only 2 points behind them with still 13 games to go. So there's plenty of time to try and catch PSG to win that first title. But as you can also see, since we left off, when we did the draw, this was the next game, which was against Lorient. Got a 1-1 draw. We've had a couple cup games there, which we've won through. And then we've beaten Monaco and Lyon in the league, which have been the big wins, but we have been playing some decent football along the way. But this is the big one today. I can't even remember what formation we had set up in the last episode because it's been a few days since I played, but we have moved into this 4-2-3-1, which I think we've been in for quite a while. I'm just going to take William Goubels off the bench because we don't need him, but this is the teams. We've got Garcia, Retsos, Dan, Alzate, Desmet, Susic, Tonali, Elliot, Salcido, Scarlett and Makoko as the front four. So that's the team. Nascimento misses out. Hadji probably misses out as well because we've got Petronjevic back as well. So let's get straight into the game. This is a huge game. We need to start off very, very strong here against Everton just to make sure that everything is good to go for the second leg. So let's go. Let's get straight into the game. This is our side. So we've gone with the off-centered striker just to help out with the inverted winger and also to give the shadow striker some extra space. They are playing the 4-1-2-1-2 that we did see earlier in the prediction, so it has stayed true. And here we go. It looks like there's going to be a highlight straight from kickoff as Iwobi just runs into a teammate. Makoko pounces on the ball. And here we go. It's Desmet trying to get down this left-hand flank. Ball in. Salcido blocked by Ben Godfrey. Not a bad start from the boys 20 seconds into the game. Can we try and capitalise early here and try and put Everton on the back foot? As Susic, Tonali may have scored that if it wasn't blocked. But here we go. We've had 85% of the ball 5 minutes in. So great start by us. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of the possession and hopefully dominate this game. As Dane needs to get there and he doesn't. It's Kitolano driving at us, and it's Dane Scarlett doing brilliantly well to retrieve the ball. And here we go, Retsos, who's been great, being able to slide from centre-back over to full-back so far this season, but finds Makoko. What a strike that is from the young Cameroonian striker who went and won the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon and has come back and just found his form once again. He has just been unbelievable this season so far. He's already scored 20 goals this season, or 19 I think, in all competitions, and he missed about a month's worth of football. So, you know, he would have been on track for probably a 40-goal season, I reckon, if he was still here, because we didn't actually lose a game, I don't think, whilst he was away, that was the main thing. Odson Edouard really did step up in his absence and played in the advanced forward role for us with Salcido sort of in behind with Scarlett. So the team wasn't too damaged by that omission, and we were pretty lucky. We got some results in that patch where it wasn't pretty football, but we managed to hold on and get the results we needed to. As Elliot trying to find a goal and it falls to Yusufa Makoko once again, 2-0. We will take that. We will run with it because we need to try and win a European trophy, and hopefully that could be the Europa League. I think we're at a point where we're probably safe in the league to qualify for the Champions League once again. So I really do want to prioritise the Europa League, see if we can do some damage in Europe. Hopefully that will allow us to attract some more European talent. Maybe it gives us a bigger budget to try and bring in some European talent because we're struggling with our foreign limit. At the moment, we've got our Zate, we've got Garcia, we've got Elliot, and we've got Dane Scarlett. So all four are actually playing at the moment, and I think one of them is going to have to make way. And I'm leaning towards probably Harvey Elliott, probably leaving us this season. We did bring him in on a free, and he's valued at about 25 million. So if we could even sell him for 30 at the end of the season, I think that's, we're not going to see the best of Harvey Elliott, obviously, but we do have a young Mexican sort of striker, number 10 role, who I think would be perfect to bring in. He's on loan at Porto at the moment, and he's playing some brilliant football. So I think we definitely need to utilise him in the squad next season, as Calvert-Lewin scores, but he's offside, so I'm pretty happy about that one. And let's kick on through. So I think that's probably the one transfer I'm guaranteed to make probably next season. We'll get rid of Harvey Elliott. We'll pocket probably 30 mil, roughly, probably get about 20 of that in our transfer budget, and we just need to try and find either some African players that qualify as European because of the weird registration rules we've got here in France, or we need to try and find some European talent. And I've got one striker who can play either wing, but he's right-footed, unfortunately, not left-footed, so he wouldn't really be replacing Harvey Elliott, but it gives us more depth in those attacking positions. But here we go. Pickford picks out a good ball here, finds Marcos there, finding Sergio out wide. I really don't want to concede in this tie. That would be ideal. If we can go back to England with a clean sheet and no away goal, as Iwobi's through, and Iwobi hits it straight into Garcia, but still falls to Calvert-Lewin. There we go. Now we've got the ball back. End the highlight, please, FM, or give us a third goal. That's what I want to see, and it is a completed highlight. Let's get to half-time. Let's just make sure that we're doing the right things. We've had 57% of the ball, so we're doing well. I'm very happy so far. Go back out there and dominate this game. Can we add a third? Can we keep a clean sheet? That's what I would love. I'd love to go to Goodison Park with a 3-0 lead from this first leg and kick on into the quarterfinals, which would be fantastic for us here in Marseille. So here we go, another highlight. Retsos finding Makoko with a decent throw. He gets past Digne, sees another defender. Can he burn him? He tries to get by him. It's Elliot, and it's put in by Dane Scarlett. So I wouldn't mind having a quick look at what's going on here. I think Elliott's hit it with his right foot. Scarlett's been in the way and just deflected it in for us. So Makoko beats Digne, gets down the line. Come on, FM, get through the highlights. So the ball comes across. Great ball to find Elliott. First time. Oh, Dane uses his head and just guides it in. I don't know if he's guided it in or whether it's just hit him in the face, but he will claim it. And we are 3-0 to the good here at home as well. So the main thing now is trying not to concede an away goal. That's the big one, because I'd like to just be able to roll in at Goodison and just play our natural game the way we are here and try and walk out of this tie with a positive result. So here we go. Steve with the overlap. Finds Scarlett inside. We do keep the ball. Susic, great ball to Elliott, who's onside and heads over the bar. I am going to take Dane Scarlett off because he's played a lot of minutes lately. We're going to bring Odsonne Edouard on that left wing. And that's the one thing I'm loving about Edouard. He can play up front. He can play in the shadow striker. He can play off the left. Just really gives us that flexibility to change things up front. Same thing with Eddie Saucedo. And that's what we look for when we're buying our attacking players, is that they can play across probably 3 of the 4 positions. Obviously, with playing inverted wingers, they can only play one wing. But if they can play up front, play in the shadow striker, and also play on a wing, that's what we're looking for here in Marseille. As Garcia does well to keep that ball out, and it's well cleared by our Zate. We do need to try and stem this bit of attack from Everton, as our Zate does really well once again, finding Saucedo. Ball was onto Makoko, didn't use it. Eddie just wants to go himself at this point. I think ball across was pretty average, and it is claimed by Dinosaur Arms Jordan Pickford. So looking at our fitness, we're actually looking quite good at the moment. Elliott's starting to struggle, but I'd rather just keep him and Saucedo out there. Now Elliott's picked up an injury, so we're going to get Jovic on because he's someone I'd like for next season to take that next step forward, I think. So we've got to try and get him some minutes in these big games. And being 3-0 up at home, I think that's probably the time to give him, 20 minutes worth or 25 minutes worth of action. It's Calvert-Lewin gets the away goal that we didn't really want to concede, which is frustrating. But it's not bad little bit of play there from Everton. So let's confirm the sub. Let's hold off on the next sub to about the 75th, 80th minute. I'd rather not see a highlight. That would be ideal. And we're hitting the 75th minute now. What do we see here? Nzola finds Dinho. We really can't afford to concede a second away goal here. Nzola, Thorsby, it's blocked. It's Jovic. Here we go. Can we find something? Garcia, long ball, looking for Edwards. Got the height. Finds Steve. Back to Edward. A good little bit of interplay here on the left wing. And a bit surprising that that's how the highlight ends. Do we have anyone really struggling for fitness? I'm going to take probably Sandro Tonali off because he's played a lot of football lately. And we'll get Penjenovic on in the midfield. There it is. We've got a few minutes to go. Can we either grab a fourth or just see this out? Retsos finds Jovic. Jovic drifting inside. Trying to find Makoko. Finds him and it's straight at Jordan Pickford. But that's a good little bit of play there. I don't mind that from Jovic too. Drifting inside. Trying to release our dangerous forward. So here we go. 5 minutes of play left. Can we just keep Everton out? I'd love to go back to England with a 2-goal advantage. Hickey, ball in, hits the heels of whoever's up front there. They've gone to a 3-back. Godfrey's kept the ball in play, finds Thorsby. So they've changed their shape. So can we get in between the lines and try and pick something apart? It's Calvert-Lewin, who is offside once again, which is what I want to see. But again, another highlight for Everton, which isn't ideal. They're starting to shift the ball really well. It's Iwobi getting by one. Susic does brilliantly, though, to recover the ball as we play a risky ball out, but we find Makoko, ends up with Saucedo, back to Makoko. We've got Jovic, it falls to him. I don't know why he's starting to shoot from out there though, but here comes the counter-attack from Everton. Can they find a late second goal, a late consolation that could keep them in the tie? It's Susic who drifts the ball out wide with a tackle, and it's Everton once again on the attack. Ball across, Iwobi can't get his foot to it. They've gone 3-4-3, so that's where that space is. So they've got one defensive winger, one inverted winger, 2 Mazzalas. It's an interesting setup. I've not seen a team just like that ever before. Susic, ball in, poor ball, straight to Pickford. That should be all she wrote, and that is it. We've won 3-1 at home. A bit annoying to have conceded there in the 66th minute, but we will take a 2-goal advantage into the next tie. And for this episode, this is where we're going to leave it. I think I said at the start of the episode that we're going to show the second leg of this tie and the PSG game, but it does depend on if we get through Everton. So if you've liked this episode, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day.